All right, how about a tariff dividend for taxpayers? That is the subject of the riff. President Trump's trade reciprocity policy is, in my judgment, exactly the right approach to level the playing field and fight the predatory export policies from so many of our so-called trading partners. Places like China and Vietnam have used high tariffs and cheap wages to attack the American economy. The European Union uses a high tariff and regulatory stranglehold to keep out American exports. All this must change. So Mr. Trump's reciprocity policy is increasing the charges on foreign countries that have abused the world trading system. Now, the White House is estimating that the increase in American tariff charges could yield roughly $600 billion a year. Now, of course, if foreign exporters eat the tariffs and cut their prices, revenues might be lower. Or if American businesses fear a consumer boycott of high prices, they may cut their profit margins, and that too might lower the revenue estimates. But however all this turns out, $600 billion is a lot of cash. It's roughly 2% of GDP. Many economists believe it might weaken the economy. So here's a solution. There's more than enough tariff revenue to lower taxes. Take that $600 billion in tariff charges and turn it over to taxpayers, and please do it right away. Now, this idea of a tariff dividend, as I'm calling it, a tariff dividend for taxpayers, is not yet part of the one big beautiful bill circulating through the House and Senate because, well, it was only yesterday that President Trump unveiled his plan. But I believe the $600 billion in potential tariff revenues should be plugged into the Republican budget resolution so that it can finance large-scale new tax cuts, especially for middle-class blue-collar families who may have some trouble with the transition to a new trade policy, or they've suffered over the past 4 Biden years where prices have gone up much higher than wages. Actually, real wages have hardly moved in nearly 25 years. So, if President Trump's reciprocal trade policy produces a big chunk of change, then why not distribute it to the workforce that's carried the burden for so long? For example, collapse the bottom 3 tax brackets, income tax brackets, of 10, 12, and 22% into maybe a 15% tax rate with a very high income threshold, maybe reaching $100,000. Then take the middle brackets of 24, 32, and 35, collapse that into one bracket, maybe around 28%. That might reach all the way up to $400,000 or $500,000. And while they're at it, cut the Made in America corporate rate all the way down to perhaps 10% or even less, and make sure that top personal income tax rate is dropped to around 35%, if not lower. Remember, small businesses pay that income tax rate. The great Steve Forbes has been promoting this kind of pro-growth tax simplification for a long time. Flatten the rates, broaden the base. Congress should get on this right away. A $600 billion tariff dividend to taxpayers could avoid recession and launch an unbelievable blue-collar boom. But Congress, let's get moving. And that's the riff. All right.